Most of us remember the phrase stop, drop, and roll when there's a fire. Well, now there is a new phrase to remember: run, hide, and fight.
What it is a three-step plan that's meant to save your life if you're, heaven forbid, ever in a situation where there is an active shooter. As News 10's Dina Kupfer explains, some law enforcement agencies are now suggesting that you fight for your life.
What would you do if you were caught in the crosshairs of an active shooter situation? This video is a reenactment used for teaching.
We have an active shooter. Stand by for further information.
From scenes like Sandy Hook Elementary School to the Clackamas Mall shooting in Oregon and the Colorado movie theater massacre, preparing could mean surviving.
You need to be prepared for the worst.
This video was produced by the City of Houston's Homeland Security Office. It shows a three-step plan.
Run, hide, fight.
At first instinct, you'd most likely think to run or hide. But in the final step of this plan, you're urged to give yourself a fighting chance.
If all bets are off, and the next thing that's likely to happen to you is you're going to be the victim of that assailant's bullet, I think you recognize the fact that there may be something you can get your hands on to throw them off.
Former Sacramento Sheriff John McGinnis says if you find yourself in this situation, as a last resort, fight back.
Anything you can do to throw them off and minimize the casualty count is worthwhile.
The Department of Homeland Security even put out a video suggesting as a final option, charge the shooter.
If you are caught out in the open and cannot conceal yourself or take cover, you might consider trying to overpower the shooter with whatever means are available.
Things like a hot cup of coffee or a fire extinguisher can be used as weapons. Anything you can do to slow down the shooter, giving you time to get out safely.
Sandy Hook School. Caller is indicating she thinks there's someone shooting in the building.
In Newtown, Connecticut, first grade teacher Victoria Soto didn't run and didn't charge the shooter. Instead, she tried to heroically protect her students by using her own body as a shield. She ultimately lost her life. Some law enforcement agencies are now advising school officials and even kids to physically confront suspects on campus as a final line of defense. We spoke with parents whose students attend Sacramento schools.
What do you think about that?
I think that's totally ridiculous.
You would say absolutely not. Don't charge the shooter.
No, not a student.
Former Chief of Security for the Sacramento Unified School District, Vince Matrenga, says leave the fighting up to the adults.
I don't think it's a good idea for the students to charge an individual that's firing a weapon.
But Sheriff McGinnis says it's a harsh reality we may need to face.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's your child intervening in that path is what may save them.
USA Today reported on a study looking at 84 active shooter situations between 2000 and 2012. Victims stopped the attack themselves before police arrived 16 times. And that was the case in the 2011 shooting involving Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Jared Loughner was actually stopped by people attending that political meet and greet.